All right.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful. So that's the mechbous. Look at that, the color of that rice. I would first get you some rice over here. That rice, look at that, the oil, that tells you that the rice is good.
The meat is like super soft.
It is, right? Yeah.
Very, very well done.
All right, let's go. We've got a guest here from out of town. He's from Canada and India, both. He's here in Dubai and he wants to eat some Emirati food and talk a little bit about the Emirati culture. So what better place than the Arabian Tea House right here in Jumeirah. كيف الحال؟ Yo, what's up, Mohit?
Hi, how are you doing?
Good to meet you, brother.
Very nice to meet you finally.
You too, man. You good?
Yes, I'm good.
All good. How's everything?
Very good.
It's my man Yahya.
Hi, very nice to meet you.
They've changed this place completely, so they... Yeah, very nice. Much better. They broke down these walls, closed this up, so you have the whole summer as well. Yo!
Finally, I met the Emirati gentleman here, and how would you introduce yourself, sir?
So, my name is Payman Al-Awadi, and I love food, and I love my country. So, those are the two things that I talk about a lot.
Oh, perfect. So we are actually here to talk about just these two.
Amazing.
And your experience as a citizen. So maybe we can order the food first, and while it comes, I can ask you some questions that I've been meaning to ask an Emirati for a very long period of time.
Oh, fantastic. I hope I can give you the right answers.
I would assume so.
So what we'll do is, we'll get one mechbous. Usually, if you ask an Emirati, what is the one thing that I must eat when I go to the UAE?
Okay.
Mechbous.
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 Okay.
All right?
Noted.
In Saudi, they call it kabsa. We'll take mechbous lamb.
Okay.
But then we do sarunat chicken. We do. So we do one of them we take like as a sauce, and one of them we take, and I'll explain those two dishes. So we'll take this with the white sauce. Yes, please. And then we'll have dessert by then. You want to drink something?
Just water would be good.
Water.
Just regular water. Yeah. So I have always been confused about how does the Emirati food distinguish itself from what is particularly known as Arab food. Because if I see hummus on the menu, I'm not sure if I'll say Emirati, I might say Arabic.
Correct. That is correct.
That was my
That is correct. That is
idea.
Correct. Well, here's the thing, right? The way to look at Arabic food, you split it into 3 different styles of Arabic food, and then within those 3, minor nuances. Okay? North Africa, has a certain style of food and everything like that. Then you have what we call the GCC, the Gulf Cooperation Council. So UAE, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain, Oman.
Okay, so basically the Arabian Peninsula pretty much.
And again, the foods are fairly similar.
But what about the most popular ones? Hummus, pita, falafel, shawarma, where does all of that come from?
So that all comes from the 3rd Arab region, which is what we refer to as the Levant region.
Okay.
So that's Jordan, Palestine, Syria, Lebanon, like that area.
Okay, all right.
So hummus, tabbouleh, falafel, shawarma, all that comes from there.
Yeah, all of that?
And it's most popular in the world, by the way, and lovely food.
Absolutely.
Lovely food.
Yeah.
Thank you. So the bread, wow. Dango.
Oh, wow.
So we call that dango.
Okay.
And it's basically rehydrated chickpeas and just cooked in brine, basically. So that's just salt water.
Okay.
And then you have the Szechuan peppers as well.
Oh, nice.
So it's not really spicy, but it just adds a little bit of spice. And you just, this is like an appetizer. It's beautiful. Super food. This is great to have. And really good. A lot of people say this is great if you have a sore throat or anything like that. So it's medicinal as well.
Nice.
All right.
Interesting. From what I can see, I can tell there is a good blend of salt and this chili.
Absolutely. This one, you gotta pressure cook this.
Oh, yeah.
Because you want that thing to be super, super soft. It's supposed to just, when you bite into it, there's no crunch.
Okay.
It's straight away, you know, that's the way it should be.
Nice.
But that juice is amazing as well. It's really, really nice. This has a couple of names over here. So it depends on which part of town you are. Some people call it dango, and some people call it nekhi. So I'll just use this. I haven't used it yet, but I will give you some. So in our culture, it's customary for the host to serve.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very
so I'll give
interesting.
you some of this.
Thank
and
you.
what I would also do is I'll just give you a little bit of lime from my garden. It has much more juice than this. So this would be our appetizer, basically.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit. No crunch. You bite into it, boom, it just becomes a
It's
mash.
very similar to what my mom would make me, and she will actually, I'll get too hungry too soon. And when she's cooking chickpea masala, just before adding tadka to it, she will pull something like this out, add some lime and give it to me.
Fantastic.
Smells like childhood.
This is the first thing that we would eat when we go camping and barbecuing and things like that. Oh, and look, just drink a little bit of this water. You will see the effect of that on your throat.
Yeah.
It's a nice cleanse. Oh yeah, look at that. So this is haris, and haris is a porridge. So this is mashed up wheat with lamb that's slow cooked, and then just pulled, and it's in there as well. So lamb and wheat,
Nice.
and you get that nice little oil up on top of that as well. So
Olive oil, I guess, I assume?
this would not be olive oil, so this would be clarified butter. This is ghee, basically.
Ghee, okay. That makes it simple, perfect.
This is hot sauce from Louisiana.
Oh yeah?
But it's become so popular for a couple of reasons. You got the falcon, right?
Okay,
And the
so
falcon
then
is
they
the
know how to
national
sell.
animal of the UAE.
Yeah.
So we call this the father of the falcon.
The thought that came to my mind was this is something that Emiratis or probably Arabic people have made for themselves, and it's like a Tabasco or a Frank's hot sauce version, but it's from USA.
It's from Louisiana. It's crazy, but we
Wow.
love this. So we
Nice.
have this with everything. It's not a light dish,
Yeah, so
but it is beautiful.
this was with this.
Absolutely.
Because the Indian taste buds are calling.
It's good, huh?
Very good.
It's got a little bit of a tangy taste,
Yeah.
which is what makes
Yeah.
it very good, which
Yeah.
I love. Yeah. Amazing. Now I'm gonna make you another version of it. Now this version, so we take it from being savory to being sweet. First of all, we give
Is
you.
that jaggery?
This is no, it's not jaggery. This is
Brown sugar?
No, this is cinnamon. I'm gonna give you a little bit of sugar.
Oh wow, okay. This is different.
Now have it and tell me how it isn't completely a different dish.
Okay.
And again, you'll never find this on any menu.
Okay.
You might find it in few houses in the UAE, but not very many. But
So it's very restricted to a few mothers.
Correct.
Loving mothers. All of a sudden tastes like some kind of a nice cookie dough.
awesome, huh?
Yeah, really good.
Mom, your recipe.
Great gift, I would say. Wow.
Yeah? I love it.
The idea of how neutral the taste of this thing is, like you can customize it to your way.
Great.
And completely like
Agreed.
change it out of the base, what it is.
Great. In Saudi, I don't know if you had it, but there is a version where you take this rice, you put this on top of it, and you put this on top of it, all three of them.
I had this for sure. I'm not sure exactly this, but
Yeah.
something like this that was made out of bread and meat. But it was more on the salty and spicy side. So
Got it.
probably they had some vegetables also mixed in it. I'm not sure.
Got it. So, you're good with your appetizers? Should we go to the main dishes and see
Of course.
what that's like? Okay. All right.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful. So that's the mechbous. Look at that, the color of that rice. You cook that meat in spices, and then you take out the meat and you cook the rice in those same spices that the
Wow.
meat was in.
Okay.
And that's why you get all this. So there's saffron there, there's coriander in there, there's garlic, there's onions, there's tomato, there's lime. This is black lime. This is dried lime.
Okay.
So we let lime sit in the sun, gets completely dry,
Okay.
and then we use that in cooking. Beautiful. It's very nice. Of course, this is the yogurt, and then you've got white rice, and then this is, so curry or like anything with a sauce, we call it saluna.
Okay.
Saluna.
Saluna.
Yeah, and then they'll tell you what type of saluna you want. You say fish or chicken or lamb. We do this because I always say this one is still a little bit more mellow.
Okay.
This one has a lot more flavors and things. I will save that for our taste buds after
Okay.
this one.
Perfect.
So let me get you some of this, and I would first get you some rice over here. That rice, look at that, the oil, that tells you that the rice is good. So people here, if you notice, they put a lot of oil on their food. They love oil, they love butter, they love things like that.
Nice.
So let me just put that over here for you, and I will do the same. Try some of this and see what it's like. So let's get your reaction to that, because this is our national dish, basically. Very, very.
This is the national dish?
This is the national dish.
Okay, I'm super excited.
Yeah.
Perfect balance of how like the minimal spices can make things very flavorful.
We love oily rice, buttery rice.
It's pretty close to biryani, but cooked differently.
Correct.
With a different kind of a tinge of
Correct.
flavor and texture also.
Correct.
It's really good.
A lot of families will add more of the biryani spices into this as well. So different people make it differently. You take a lot of these little, see this, onions, raisins as well. I could put, I don't know if you guys put raisins in biryani or no?
No, not as much. Depends on what style of biryani are you having. It is something like coming from out of Old Delhi, or it is more of the Afghani style.
There you go.
Where you have more cashews and raisins in it.
So they do that here sometimes with our style of biryani, and sometimes they do it with mechboos as well. Once again, you should not come to the UAE without having this dish. This is the national dish. Look at all that.
The meat is like super soft.
It is, right? Yeah.
Very, very well done.
That is the most important thing. You don't get the meat right,
Yep.
people are going to complain.
It's an art by itself.
I generally don't eat it this way. My brother and my sister, they actually like to eat this. So instead of achar, they'll take a piece of this and add onto the. So you could do that as well.
So do you like eat it out, just like straight from the crust, or do you like squeeze it and get the juice out of it?
No. So when it's like this, you eat the full thing.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Whoa, very nice. So they also grind this into a powder, and that powder, that spice, is also one of the spices for the mechboos rice as well. All right?
Yep.
Reminds you of the achar, like some elements there, right? I'm going to tell you some facts about Emirati cuisine. So when you go back in history, 50, 60, 70 years before, obviously the population was extremely small over here, right? Mainly desert. And you had two types of people. The people that lived by the sea, and the people that lived in the desert.
Fish or
Correct.
camel. Okay.
Correct. All right, and that's how they ate. So your mechboos was all that. If you lived here, it was predominantly different types of fish every day. If you were there, it was camel, sometimes lamb, sometimes beef, but very rarely those, right? So it was more meat. Also, rice has only been introduced into the cuisine not that long ago, maybe 100 and something years ago. Before that, we were eating wheat. Rice came from India to the UAE. So this mechboos dish is actually not a very long historied dish.
Okay.
Okay, and you would make the same thing, the same style, but with wheat. And it was called something else, but I cannot remember what it's called right now. But that's the original dish.
That's fascinating.
Then turned into rice with the advent of trade and the Silk Route and people going to India and coming back and everything. People like...
Point worth mentioning.
Okay, we go for the last dish? All right, let's do this. I love salona dishes. Let me put this white rice here for you, right there. And then let's put some of this salona. It's got so much oil in it. Look at the top. It's all, look at that. It's solidified already. But this is great. Like, I love a curry that is thick like this.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys in India, you guys make great thick curries.
Yeah.
A lot of countries around the world, they make good curries, but they're thin.
Yeah, thick
And
curries are, it should feel like
It is
curry.
the way to go. I'll give you
this
this piece of chicken right here. Put that over here. Nice potato and just a good amount of sauce.
Perfect.
But try that. And this is a tomato-based sauce, huh? Okay, you ready?
Oh, yes.
Let's try this together. And again, compared to obviously Indian dishes, very mellow. There really isn't a lot of spices in there.
Yeah, but I can...
Tomato base?
Yeah, I can
What are you
literally taste the tomato.
Correct.
That's the foremost that comes to your palate.
Correct.
And then very nicely mixed with the mellow spices, some salt and black pepper. It's really good.
There's basically haldi in there.
Okay.
There's some garlic in there, some onions in there, and some coriander. That's it.
It's really good.
That's it. Very, very, very simple and easy to make. The cuisine really is not complicated, the Emirati cuisine. Quite simple.
Chicken is also done very well.
It's done well, huh? Good. That's very important. A lot of people, they'll dry up the chicken. This restaurant is really great. The owner of this restaurant really cares about the food. himself. So he comes and he checks everything. Like a lot of these recipes are his mom's recipes, and and he cares about it. He doesn't want it to go bad, so he's always on top of it.
So what's the historical place?
Oh, so over here, it's funny because they found things dated back thousands of years over here, and this place was closed until two or 3 years ago. They opened this place up, and the gentleman took this place to open a restaurant because they said, okay, you know what? Nobody can do anything here.
Okay.
But we'll keep it open for people to come and see. So I think over there, those are all like thousands of years old. They're unearthing things from before.
Oh, nice.
Because this was a trading route, you know, and there were some of the islands on top of the UAE had a lot of remnants of the Portuguese coming through and going further east and everything like that. Yeah, it's very interesting things. So what do you think? You like the Emirati cuisine?
Loved it.
Yeah? Fantastic. All right, so we got you to meet an Emirati.
Yeah.
We got you to eat Emirati food. What else is on the bucket list of things to do in the UAE so we make sure it happens?
We actually busted a few Emirati myths as well.
Oh yeah, there you go. We did that as well. We did that as well. Good, successful trip. That's amazing. Awesome. And hopefully more and more people from your side, you know, make their way over to the UAE. We always say if you come to the UAE, you come to Dubai, you know, once, twice. The third time, you're going to want to move here.
Yep, I can't say no to that.
Yeah.
I just wish my wife was there because she's like a French Canadian and she has a very different taste palette than mine. So she also loves, you know, trying different kind of food, and then this is like something that she would have loved as well. So when we are here next time with my wife, we can probably have the family.
Amazing, absolutely. That would be fantastic. You know, funny enough, when Anunay came for the first time, this is where I bought him. We sat on this table as well.
Yeah.
I swear. It's so funny. Anunay is the guy who introduced us, me and Mohit, and this was exactly where we sat.
It was really lovely
Amazing.
having time with you, and thank you so much for the amazing food as well.
My pleasure. Thanks, Mohit.
Perfect.